It is the Hopeless Fan podcast. It is Tuesday, December 3rd. How you guys doing?
It's not Tuesday. It's Wednesday or Monday.
I know, but we...
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like I've been doing all year.
Okay.
Like the entire time.
Okay.
Yeah, saying the next day. So, literally all year. But yeah, how we guys doing? Scotty, you're eating. You're remote.
I was eating, yeah. Not anymore.
Yeah. What were you eating? What were you snacking on? You got munchies?
Yeah, no, I didn't eat lunch today, so I ate some Ruffles with the Dean French onion dip.
Ooh. Undefeated
It's my favorite
combo.
snack ever.
Yeah.
Just stand of the week snack.
Zach, since we don't do the Chargers tweet anymore, what have you been eating?
Well, when I'm at work, I usually just have like beef jerky because I'm running around doing so much. Yeah, so it's just this beef jerky for the whole 12-hour day.
Low calories.
Yeah.
Low carb.
No, low carb. Yeah, it's very Atkins diet-esque, very keto.
I had to work at a Kroger in Marysville at like 11 o'clock Saturday night, and the only thing I had was a Starbucks triple espresso drink and 2 Slim Jims, and I felt like I was 15. Like I was gonna call like some people some very inappropriate names on like an Xbox Live chat.
What was your guys' go-to like late night? Did you guys game a lot in high school? Like a lot of Xbox games?
No.
What about you,
No,
Scott? Did you play?
I never did.
No, okay.
But in
Just
terms
What was
of
your like late night go-to?
munchie, I loved growing up just regular barbecue lays.
Mm-hmm.
Loved barbecue lays.
Slaps.
Yeah.
Bagel bites.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say. I think Scotty's will be bagel bites, which I never had until college.
What?
Yeah.
Bagel bites slap, and I'm gonna say this might be controversial. What are the cubes? What do you call? I'm blanking on the name of them with the meat and the cheese stuffed in them. Pizza rolls.
Polies.
Yeah,
I hate pizza rolls.
Oh,
Never
really?
been a fan.
I like pizza rolls.
Cannot stand it. But bagel bites.
Yeah, like if you bite into a pizza roll the wrong way, either it goes everywhere, or if it's too hot, then your mouth is like burned.
You're dead.
It's
But-
like a hot pocket. It's
It
lava
is-
or it's frozen.
It is like getting pizza, where it's like you bring a hot pizza home. It's like awesome, but it's like might as well wait 15 minutes to eat this thing.
My go-to during the summer, in between, I think it was sophomore and junior year, I would come home from work at the pizza place I worked at. I'd get home at like midnight. I would stop at Speedway on the way home. I would get the big green Powerade or a purple Powerade.
Yeah.
And I'd get a bag of those sweet tart balls.
Oh, okay.
And I would just bash those while I was playing Modern Warfare 3 or Skyrim.
Another from the
That
chip
sounds like
category. Zach. Yeah. The Frito Twist.
Oh, the barbecue twist! And I was
Undefeated.
just when you said barbecue
Undefeated.
lays, I thought you were going for those.
No, it's defeated
Oh,
Is
get
it defeated
out of
by
here.
what?
by Fritos regular barbecue chips.
Oh,
Just
that's
regular
true.
barbecue
Yeah,
Fritos.
That's true.
The walking
Scott-
tacos at our high school
They don't sell them
cafeteria.
anymore.
Yes.
Oh,
They don't sell
Oh
them
yeah, the
anymore?
walking tacos are good. No, they don't sell them in Ohio anymore.
Shout out to
for
Andy
sure,
Hart
but-
and his tweet. Well, we could really go for a Waynesville
Yeah.
walking taco
All
right now.
Well, now I'm
Yeah.
even hungrier.
Yeah, I know.
Zach and I are week now. It's weekly. It's
gonna be a tradition.
You need two to make it a tradition. So now,
until my wife threatens to leave me, it's gonna be every week.
Weekly Monday trip to the sports book. I'm actually gonna eat this time. and I
Even
can't
during
wait.
the
I like how you guys waited till I moved away and didn't go to Cincy anymore for you guys to make a ritual on Monday night as if like I wasn't there every Monday night for 10
Yeah,
straight
that's
years.
What are we gonna do?
hand up on me. I didn't expect this to happen, but it did. And hey, sacrifice once. Just come down. You're gonna come down playoffs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll sacrifice a whole weekend to just lose money. I mean, win money.
Yeah, we'll get a hotel there. It's like $75 a night. It's not bad at all. All right, Sunday
Easy.
standouts. A loaded slate this week with Thursday and Sunday, and you can have a Sunday standout that was a winner or loser on Thursday. No bye weeks this week, which was awesome. Scotty, give me a winner, a big winner from yesterday or Thursday.
How about Miami's kicker?
Oh yeah, that's an all-timer.
That was it. They showed how the Colts they lined up the way the Colts did, where they lined up under center on like 4th and 1, and the Patriots tackled them like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I think it was Pat McAfee, or no, it was I don't know, it was
McAfee.
some gunner. But
McAfee was on the field. He didn't get tackled. Yeah.
But they ran this from the shotgun, and
Smart.
they rolled to the left and like did a little pitch shovel pass up into the end zone.
Jason Sanders.
To the punter, yeah, it was like the kicker to the punter, and that was epic. So
Yeah, That's like, that plays into a loser of mine, which is the Eagles, because it's like the Cowboys lost on Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, all we gotta do is beat the hapless Miami Dolphins, and just got boat raced. Carson Wentz looked great, but they lose in a shootout to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yikes!
400 yards.
He's
4
good
touchdowns.
for one of those games a year.
Yeah, and they've been winning those games where he plays like absolute garbage, and they win. But it's like, where's the Fitzmagic game? Boom, right there, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, but then the Eagles are still like, well, the NFC East winner is going to be like 8-8, having a home playoff game. That's going to be like the Fox.
I'm going to guess it's 9-7 Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a good guess. I mean, but so Cowboys have the Rams this week. It'd be a good game. But it's like Cowboys.
It's a get-right game.
Cowboys, Eagles in 2 weeks.
So they have the Bears this week.
That's true, Thursday night. Then the Rams. But then, like, somewhere down the line, they have the Eagles in Philly, and that's going to be like 7-6 for 6-7, and it's going to be like the game of the week. And everyone's going to bitch about it. All right, another winner. Speaking of 2 to make it a streak, the Redskins. One of the hottest teams in the NFL now. 2 in a row for your boy, Dwayne Haskins. And they were down 14-0.
And they make you feel better about the Bengals winning this week.
Absolutely.
You don't lose any ground on the number 1 pick.
The Dolphins too.
Yeah, Dolphins too.
So Bengals are true winners. They got to win and didn't have any repercussions in draft stock.
In just about every way.
Well, I didn't want to be a homer and be like, oh, the Bengals are my winner. But I guess
Drew Lock is my winner, baby.
When you win 1 out of 12.
All 3 of us had a fantastic weekend with
for
football.
Fandom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need the Giants now to win. Like, Giants play the Dolphins in 2 weeks. Then they play the Redskins. I just need some margin. I don't want to be rooting against.
Just have both those games tie. That'd be
choice. But I would love the Bengals to like root for them every week and be like not afraid of losing Joe Burrow. But until we get more margin, until the Giants, because I think the Giants would probably take Chase Young. But I don't want to risk what I risk is the Dolphins.
The Redskins probably would too.
Yeah. But I don't want to risk the Dolphins taking their extra first round pick and being like trading for the first overall pick with that Minka Fitzpatrick pick they got. So,
but even if you're a Bengals fan,
beat them out.
Even if you're a Bengals fan, you end up with Tua, you're not going to be upset about it. In my opinion,
I probably would.
I wouldn't be upset with it. I mean, obviously you're putting stock in him being completely healthy, but I think like people bounce back from injuries so much, and I don't know. I'd be happy with Burrow or Tua. I just don't want Justin Herbert.
I read that like Tua wouldn't even miss time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read that like he could come back and be ready for the season opener at least.
Yeah, but if the Bengals drafted Tua, it's like all year it'd be like, oh, the Bengals drafted an injured. I'm tired of like they drafted another Achilles Smith or something. Like, I don't know. Like,
my Sunday standout is actually a Saturday standout, and it's me.
Oh,
because that I had an insane teaser. Like none of my college teasers, they never hit.
Same.
Ever.
Same.
Yeah. So, started off great. It was I think it was a Friday night. USF UCF.
Way under.
Yeah, under 67.5, easy. And I told you, Charlie Smith knows how to lay down and die.
Okay.
Did exactly that. Charlie Strong. Over 36, West Virginia TCU. Easy. Wisconsin plus 4.5. Easy.
Won by a trillion.
Right. Oregon State, Oregon under 72.5. Easy. Under 76, Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. Easy. And then under 57.5, Cal UCLA. Ooh, a
little spicy on that.
Spicy, but it hit.
Easy, yeah.
But it hit.
All right, good for Zack showing off. But also, the winner was the cameraman who filmed Joe Burrow's entrance on senior night. Tech goals.
Oh, yeah, that had to make you feel good, Shelby, about the future.
Yeah, it very much did. And then I saw another tweet that LSU had Joe Burrow tested for, like...
STDs?
Well, probably. I gotta kind of look
Too much handsome?
On the broadcast, they said LSU used neurological testing. This is from Coach Minnick. Coach Matt Minnick is a beloved sports personality via his Twitter bio. He said, neurological testing determined that Joe Burrow's field vision, read, and reactability and execution control are all in the 90th percentile.
I bet he's really, really good.
Okay.
I bet
90th percentile over what, like 12 people tested for that? Like, who gets tested for that?
I bet he's really, really good at Fortnite. That reaction time, I'm sure he's
so
smoked.
is Paxton Lynch.
Zack or Scotty, Drew Lock, Hall of Famer.
Yes, sir.
I didn't actually think he looked that good, but I mean, he won the game.
I mean, it'll be a funny story to tell, like those second and third quarters when he's giving his speech in Canton. Like, man, like started off really hot and then folded or whatever. But
yeah, I saw that 14-0, and it's like, but the one touchdown he had to Sutton in the back of the end zone was a great throw, and the other one Sutton made an unreal catch. Sutton's been amazing.
Dude, Sutton's like an elite wide receiver.
Sutton
like
is to Locke
elite.
as Megatron is to Stafford.
Oh my God, stop.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But yeah, Locke, I mean, obviously showed signs of promise, and then like he looked like a rookie elsewhere, and I think the pass interference, like it worked out well. I like the Broncos. I like to see them win because of Scotty.
Yeah, did you know that like Vic Fangio? I mean, that was supposed to be like the offensive coordinator told them to knee the ball to go into overtime, and then Vic Fangio was like, "No, like pass it deep to Sutton and like see what happens."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's put it in the hands of the Chargers to blow it. Don't make them not blow it.
That was like I couldn't believe we actually won like that. That was amazing.
Like, that PI. I mean, I like the Broncos, like I said, but I mean, I would be pretty ticked if I was a Chargers fan to call that in that situation. But
I mean, I would be ticked all season if I was a Chargers fan because they just find heartbreaking ways to lose. I mean, my winner, though, for the week is rookie quarterbacks in general not named Daniel Jones because, I mean, Dwayne Haskins and Drew Lock and actually, so it's just half of the rookie QBs.
Okay.
And Gardner Minshew, though, because he did come back in, even though he played well for a little bit, then sucked, but...
Yeah, is Nick Foles, like, the biggest loser out of all this?
Dude, how did we not see that coming, though? Like, that Nick Foles is going to go to Jacksonville and shit the bed. I mean, not necessarily saying he's like, shit the bed and been terrible all year.
If he hadn't got hurt, I think the Jacksonville would have had a better year.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, Minshew has most of their wins, and he played better than Nick Foles did.
He has all of
just
their
as
wins.
good.
Yeah, Nick Foles hasn't won a game yet.
He's had all of their wins, but like, Minshew really did look bad his last couple of games. Like, I was there watching him against the Bengals, and I'm like, how are they? The Bengals were winning in the fourth quarter. I was like, how is this happening?
Yeah.
And then
I don't know. He's got that like pocket maneuverability that's really good.
He's got a quality in him that just sparks an offense. But I think the biggest like red flag is that the Jaguars defense is like not the Jaguars defense that took them to the AFC Championship game.
Right,
it was like shredded by the Buccaneers, shredded by the Colts, and shredded by the Titans 3 straight weeks. It's like I don't know. Jacksonville stock is so down. Their season's done.
I mean, so are the Colts, I'd say.
Yeah, very true. I think the Titans are a big winner. I mean,
no, you know who's a winner is not Duck for the Steelers, not Duck, but James Washington, because without that long catch, like that miraculous catch, I think does Duck even throw over 100 yards?
No, that's
if he
the
does,
thing.
it's barely.
And I've talked to Steelers fans that are like, well, we want Devlin Hodges over Mason Rudolph, and I'm like, I think you just like his nickname mostly because like the one game he played was that Chargers Sunday night game where the Chargers turned it over like on 9 straight plays, and like he didn't have to do anything. Like James Conner ran wild, and the Steelers still barely won. They won by 7. And
yeah, so the real winner is Mike Tomlin because like we always knew he was a good coach.
Right now is just beyond me.
0-3 to 7-5 without Big Ben, no Juju, no James Conner.
Shout out to a doghouse to me and Shelby's old neighbor who said that Mike Tomlin was nothing and it was just all AB, Antonio Brown, and Ben Roethlisberger.
Very true. That's like give Tomlin credit for like putting up with all them for a while.
Right.
Like I was fully in that ship to say like, oh, Tomlin's just a motivator,
me too.
Just a motivator. That's it.
Yeah, I'd say. But
then
he's
again,
the
it's like
best
they
coach
might
in
win
the
as many
NFL
games
right
as they did last year.
He's got to be.
They could.
What's that, Zach?
I said he's the second best coach in the NFL right now, like hands down.
Oh, behind Belichick, you think?
I wouldn't go there.
You think Harbaugh's better
Than Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
Oh, like whole career wise and legacy and talent. Yeah, I would put Tomlin.
I would put Harbaugh.
I would put Harbaugh.
Really?
Yeah. I think if you're looking at it from a career perspective, then Tomlin won. Tomlin won nothing with all that talent. Big Ben, AB, the Killer Bees won nothing.
John Harbaugh shifted his entire offense.
Yeah, Harbaugh saved his job, shifted his entire offense, and now he has the MVP and he's literally officially the Super Bowl favorite. Officially, now that the Patriots lost, that the books have made the Ravens like plus 200 to win the Super Bowl, best odds of anyone, and it's been New England the whole year.
Pete Carroll is arguably better.
Yeah, but I think I would say that the thing that separates Tomlin from Harbaugh is how Tomlin still performs in his down years. Like, he's never had a losing season. Harbaugh's had a couple losing seasons.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Pete Carroll was supposed to have the number 1 pick last year.
Yeah.
And then they did nothing but go to the playoffs.
Says who? Benjamin Albright?
Okay, Shine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only person.
Real
that said
Shine
that.
take.
He went out on a ledge and said like, "Oh, Seattle will get the number 1 pick, so they're gonna suck." And then like.
But I agreed with it. That was the thing.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, I think they're gonna suck."
Hey, another loser. Is Freddie Kitchens gonna be fired?
I hope so.
That'd be hilarious. But I don't want the Browns to get Mike McCarthy because I think Baker would be good with Mike McCarthy.
Hey, as a classic guy who knows headlines, like, what do you think Freddie Kitchens said when they responded, "Are you worried about your job security?"
Probably like whoever the
no,
GM,
no, I'm not worried about my job security.
John Dorsey started it.
Yeah,
There's too many cooks in the kitchen.
He's just like, we're just focused on the Bengals now. So like,
I'm not really worried about that. I'm just worried about the guys in the room.
Yep. A good old Southern boy like me just has to look at it one day at a time. We're going 1-0 next week. When,
hey, if they fire me, I still get paid, right?
Baker sucks. Let me just say that before they fire him. Okay. All right. We covered.
How did the Panthers last losers? The Panthers. How did they beat the Texans like with Kyle Allen? Is it just like the no film game?
That's it. Well, he didn't play good. The Panthers' defense was unreal that game, and remember that was the game Deshaun Watson afterwards was like was on the field practicing,
explaining like the routes.
He was explaining the routes,
like,
and then
the defense.
And then they they got a film of him like working on his pocket pass or like working out on the field after the game. Yeah, that game, like, Kyle Allen didn't do anything. McCaffrey didn't really do anything.
DeAndre Hopkins threw an interception in that game.
DeAndre Hopkins threw a pick. Deshaun Watson threw for 160. He was sacked 6 times.
21 for 33, though, still, which is
McCaffrey had 10 catches, 86, ran for 93 and a touchdown. So the Panthers' defense just showed out.
And McCaffrey was a dog.
Yeah, McCaffrey, he's done that all year.
Yeah.
But, the Panthers, I mean, they're just dead. I mean, straight up dead.
In the water.
Is Ron Rivera fired?
I'd say
I wouldn't say so.
4 in a row, and they got killed by the 49ers by 38.
I think they'll give him a chance with another quarterback next year and see what happens.
Oh, man, losing 5 out of the last 6. I don't know.
I would give him another year because of just how like where he's taken them from, or like I don't know where his regimen with the team.
Yeah, but what's
after the Cam Newton injury at 6-2 last year, you have to look at where they were then and where they are now. And
there's no doubt
he hasn't really had the best quarterback luck.
Yeah, there's no doubt that he's a good coach. It's like kind of like Dan Quinn. He's like they're probably both good coaches, but like, where's the line? I give Rivera more of a pass than Quinn with what he's had to put up with, Cam Newton wise without your MVP quarterback. But all right, for your reference. Jets are the first team to lose to 2 0-7 teams in the same season. At Miami, at Cincinnati, both L's. And, like, the funny thing is the Jets are going to look back on this season and, like, talk themselves into, like, thinking they could have probably went to the playoffs. Because, like, you had Sam Darnold.
Probably because mono.
Right, Sam Darnold missed 3 games because of mono. They lost all 3. And then... like, week 1, they're up 16-0 to the Bills at halftime. They lose 17-16. And then they lose 2 games to, they lose to Miami and Cincinnati, like I just said. And so it's like...
that week 1 game was pathetic.
Terrible. So it's like, you're looking back on it. They win against Buffalo. They win 1 out of the 3 games Luke Falk started. Then the Miami Bengals games. Like, there's 4 games right there. You could make the case the Jets could be 7-6, 6-7 in the playoff hunt. And everyone's praising Adam Gase. But this is like a classic Jets thing. It's like I read up on like some Jets media stuff, and it's just like the most obvious trap game ever. The Jets don't get up for it. They score 2 field goals against the worst defense in the NFL. Jesus. Look at Le'Veon Bell being the highest rusher for the Jets every game, and as high as 70.
23.
Le'Veon Bell's hasn't rushed for 100 yards this season.
He hasn't rushed for over 70.
Hasn't rushed his biggest was 70. How many touchdowns? Has he ever had more than 1 touchdown game?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't remember seeing one good Le'Veon Bell run all year.
Yeah, his highest rushing total was 70 in the Sam Darnold ghost game.
Jesus.
He ran for 70.
It's got to be the O-line, man.
Yeah. They didn't even try to run the ball against the Bengals. No, he scored 3 rushing touchdowns.
What are his receiving stats?
55 catches, 403, and a tutty.
Yikes.
There you go. All right, tonight, big one. Zach and I are going to lay some doll hairs on it. Russell Wilson v. Kirk Cousins in Seattle. Minnesota +3, Seattle -3. So they're saying Minnesota's the better team on paper, but what's going to happen? Because Russell Wilson, he has a winning percentage of .817 at night. That's the best winning percentage of any quarterback since 1970, the merger. But since week 5, Kirk Cousins, top 4 in the NFL in QBR and completion percentage, and in that span, leads the NFL in touchdown passes.
What about in prime time? We all know those stats, besides that Cowboys game.
Let's just say if you're a Vikings fan, you hope it doesn't come down to your kicker against Seattle.
Right. But that's true. That's a good one,
Blair
Zach.
Walsh.
That's a good one, Zach. But
that 14-degree game.
Right, at like the University of Minnesota Stadium.
Yeah, when they were building the that is just
But yeah,
tough.
that's what scares me, because like if I just look at the paper, I'm just like Seattle -3 all day, lay it all day.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins in primetime, no. But then he's won 2 games in primetime, and he's thrown, he's been good in both of the games. Well, I mean, he was average against Washington, but I mean, both times his QBR was over 110, or passer rating at least. So I'm worried about it. Scotty, talk me into Seattle -3. Talk me into it right now.
Should I bet it? Should I bet tonight?
It's your guy. It's Russell freaking Wilson.
Your
in
bio
primetime.
says that
it's
he's
your
the best
man.
quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, dude, it's all Russell Wilson and Seattle tonight -3. At home? Are you kidding me? Guys.
For someone who
Kirk
hates
Cousins.
corny quarterbacks, he loves this corny quarterback.
Russell Wilson's kind of corny, but he is good.
Yeah. At least
But
he
I mean,
backs it up with talent.
I got field vision, homie. I don't know. He can do what he wants with his personal life and his
like
I
me
got
liking
field
Kirk
vision.
Cousins
I just see
is
what
a corny quarterback.
what goes on the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is a cornier quarterback. Yeah.
Who's the corniest quarterback has got to be Derek Carr, right? He's cornier than Kirk.
Yes.
He's up there, but I think Baker Mayfield's corny.
Baker
too.
Mayfield's
I think
corny.
he tries too hard to be like
a bad
cool
boy.
and
I
edgy,
wouldn't
but
call him
he
corny.
comes
I
off
just call
corny.
him straight cringe.
Okay. Phil Rivers
Yeah,
kind of corny because
he's-
he literally doesn't cuss.
Yeah.
And
It's like, come on, man.
I like him though. He talks a lot of smack.
I didn't say I don't like him. I'm just saying he's corny because I fucking love Philip Rivers. You always know what you're getting. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, so you heard
Andy Dalton.
Oh, absolute cornball. But he's also back. So fucking back.
He's also back. Yeah.
Zach Lock of the week, killer. Scotty looked you in the eyes through the microphone and said, "This is a joke." When you said Lock of the week, Bengals.
Yep.
I did.
It's a good thing for Scotty that we don't have a record of that anymore. Due to we won't point fingers, mismanagement of audio files. Our droves of fans.
Hold
missed
on,
out
let's
on
not argue about who wants to do a hand up. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have just kept the original show.
It wouldn't have. So it's I'd say 40% hands up on me.
Okay.
My internet. 60% hands up on Scotty for misplacing his audio
Scotty,
file.
you taking 60% of the hands up?
I don't think so. I downloaded the first file we did before Zach's internet went out.
Okay.
And then the second file I just didn't retrieve because I thought it was a mistake.
Okay.
Well, agree to disagree.
So I grabbed the
We'll
first
move
file.
on.
I had the file from Zach's internet. I'd say that's a complete 50-50
The headline
call.
here is Scotty needs to eat shit for shitting on me about the Bengals. Some
podcasters still know how to have good internet.
work.
Some podcasters still know how to have good internet. That's a good one. All right. So we got that out of the way. How'd you get screwed in fantasy?
I'm done.
Wait, it's Seattle -3 though.
I know. I said that. I said it's all Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You like that though, so I can go ahead and place.
I'm gonna place it.
I'm done with fantasy football.
Zach, how did you get screwed?
I am
this
done.
week?
Zach, you're my stand of the week.
So
you know why? is because you've given me the gift that Stephen A. gets every year with the Cowboys.
It couldn't be more perfect.
It's the holiday season. Yeah. It's December 2nd.
In my other league,
happened December 1st.
I started 7-1.
So beautiful.
I am now 7-6. I'm still in the playoffs,
and it's perfect too because Zack.
I made the playoffs.
Zach needed. It was a win and you're in for Zack.
Yeah,
and he lost. He lost to a guy named Kenny. Some know him. He lost to a guy named Kenny who, if I'm correct, Kenny has lost like 3, 5, 6 of his last 8, but he beat Zack to make the playoffs.
He went off.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
He went off.
Zack is starting, a receiver who's out, Adam Thielen, because he has no other option.
Well, Adam Thielen wasn't out when I put him in there, and I took a risk on Gus Edwards, thinking that they were gonna rely, thinking they were gonna rely heavily on the run game because I thought
rainy weather, you know.
It just I took a chance and didn't work out. I was between him and Latavius Murray, and I went. Let's see if you can find out real quick. How many points Latavius Murray had? Because it was between.
He had a tutty. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
So, but it wouldn't have helped. I lost 182 to 129.
Latavius Murray not on your team.
I know he wasn't. No. I was when I picked up Gus Edwards. I was thinking of picking up either Gus Edwards or Latavius Murray, and then the Greg Olsen pickup as well.
And Kenny played you without a kicker. Yeah. So Zack
giving us all
and I was looking good after
besides
Thursday.
This week, or besides last week, the funny thing about it is
Roquan Smith and Zeke Elliott had solid games for me. I was looking good, and then he drove me into the dirt. Cortland Sutton.
The funny thing is before last week, I think Zack was in a playoff spot the entire fantasy football season. Mm-hmm. And then he played the hits, and I just gosh darn love it.
I'll go back to Zach's trade where he said, "I'll bridge the gap with Tannehill and Winston," and those two did.
Yeah, they did well.
Those weren't bad. Yeah, but it still worked out.
It was my receivers that screwed me.
Yeah,
with injury.
So that was fantastic.
Yeah.
So Zach's gonna end up.
If only AJ Green came back.
Yeah, Zach's gonna end up 9th, and Scotty's gonna end up 10th.
Hey,
out of
10. Yeah.
Give me some. Yeah. At least I'm not in last place this year.
But my team is not a 10th place team, okay?
No, it is. No, it's not. Well, you are what your record says you are.
You literally, you are the epitome of a 10th place team in that you are the 10th place team.
Oh. But it does suck for you, Scotty, I'll say, that you've scored probably 2.
I scored more points than the third player.
Yeah. You're going to score more points than like 3 or like 4 out of the 6 playoff teams.
That is sad.
Well, look at our first place.
Yeah.
Look how many points. Sorry, no one cares about this.
What can you do?
But look at Corey is in first place. He's going to go to 11-2. Look how many points against him.
Yeah. Teams just shit the bed when they play him.
Mm-hmm. Scotty, how'd you get screwed in fantasy?
I just, you know what? I just didn't.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to just tell you how I got screwed.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I had more. So besides being 10th place, even though I won this week in our league, I guess I could get screwed if Dalvin Cook goes off for 50 tonight.
Okay.
George Kittle didn't really do anything. That kind of screwed my points total, but other than that, I get a buy in one league and I'm the top seed in another.
Yeah. You could have been screwed in fantasy like Thursday before you even ate dinner because you played against Mitchell Trubisky who got 42.
Can we talk about our Thanksgiving dinners, by the way? I
just
want to know how everybody did.
Well, I'll just say how I didn't get screwed in fantasy.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I got the biggest gift that I've ever gotten, and that was Tom Brady in garbage time.
Are you making the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. That pushed you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You are making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally, the last 8 minutes of the Texans game got me in the playoffs because they're down 28-3 or 28-9 or something like. It was 28-9.
Do you want Patrick Mahomes?
I might take
him. Drop him for you.
Yeah, that's fine. Brady just dinks and dunks all over the place. Last 2 drives, both touchdown drives. He goes over 300 yards, and then the kicker, last play, the Patriots offense on the field, touchdown to Edelman, who I have. So that's 12 points, 12.5, 12.7 with the completion. The yards puts Edelman over 100. So give me the bonus there, and it gives me a win by 1 point, unless Dan Bailey misses an extra point tonight and doesn't kick again. Scotty, should I?
Shelby, you're on a roll, dude.
I might be.
You might want to place your
being on a
best
roll.
bet and just put big money on it because you're on a roll right now in all facets.
Well, it's Seattle -3. It's all Seattle.
Put it all.
It is.
Put it all.
It's all Seattle -3 once I cash that ticket.
But every single time we say something like that on the podcast, it doesn't hit by a wide margin.
Like $1 trillion.
So we can just cut that
It's
out.
Minnesota.
Won't put it out.
It might be Minnesota. But then I've just reversed.
It's all Minnesota.
Now it's Seattle because I said it because I just talked.
Now it's Seattle because we said it,
yep.
but now it's Minnesota.
But it could be Seattle. So I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. What was the best about your dinner, Zach?
Dude,
So-
go ahead, Zach.
No, go ahead.
This is your time.
Go ahead, Shelby. All right. Well. All right. Go ahead, Zach.
Unfortunately, my favorite thing is having my grandpa's turkey. But yeah, I know. Long story short, Jen and I are swapping. My wife and I are swapping
Yankee swap.
holidays, so we're going to her Thanksgiving this year and my Christmas. So, in any case, my favorite part was my wife has a cousin who makes the best cheesy scallop potatoes. Oh my gosh! You take that, you mix it with the corn, you throw some turkey on there, you get some mashed potatoes on top of that, and you take the turkey and you take the gravy and you just mishmash it all together. You just basically just blend it all into one big mush. Throw a little extra salt on there, and it is just absolute bomb diggity fire.
Oh,
I loved it. The turkey was a little, you know, it's not Papaw's turkey, but it was still pretty good turkey. The mashed potatoes are great.
Oh,
Corn was
Papaw's
great.
turkey.
Yeah, I know.
oh, Papaw's
Yeah, I
turkey.
call Mama and Papaw.
The banquet beer.
You know, because they're Kentucky raised. So yeah. How about you, Scotty?
So I told everyone all week that my favorite Thanksgiving food was meat stuffing, but it's actually bread stuffing.
Yeah.
I forgot. Didn't even know what it was.
Hot take.
Oh yeah, stuffing. I forgot I put that on there too. The stuffing that was actually inside the turkey.
I don't like stuffing that much.
Yeah.
If you get the stuffing that was inside the turkey, it's
And I did.
choice.
Long story
it's
short.
choice.
Long story short, my cousin's husband works on a chicken coop. They also have turkeys, so the turkey he brought was just bomb. And then I love a good sweet potato yam with marshmallow.
Jeez, can't stop
and
talking about this cousin at the chicken coop.
there's
That's all he
Scotty's.
talks about.
There's Shelby's go-to, the old cousin that works at the chicken coop.
The old chicken coop cousin.
But sweet potato,
The triple C chicken coop cousin.
What are you in love with this guy?
sweet potato yams with marshmallows,
Ooh.
brown sugar,
Yep.
little sprinkle salt bay.
You could put sprinkle some cinnamon on there. Just
I'm so
sprinkle cinnamon.
fucking hungry.
I know this is torture.
this is-
Hey, you know what? Here's a Sunday standout loser, and that's me because I didn't get any fucking Thanksgiving leftovers.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same here.
I didn't have any
But
either.
And
I
that's
looked at my parents'
saddest
fridge. There
thing
was
ever.
cranberry sauce. I love a good cranberry sauce.
Well,
Helps.
there's
with,
nothing to go with it.
helps with my UTIs, but yeah,
It's a
I
great
was
way to
just
stay in
like-
shape.
Yeah, Mama and Papa always send me home with a gallon Ziploc bags worth of turkey and all kinds of other stuff. Like that next day turkey sandwich.
Oh, that's usually a killer.
I mean,
that's
if you-
usually like,
The next day or the night after you've been drinking out a little bit of sheesh is the
Ooh.
next day,
Yeah.
or is that
Yeah.
night where you could just combine all the Thanksgiving ingredients into a sandwich.
Yeah.
and that's what I'm looking forward to at Christmas because my family has Christmas at their house, so they'll have give me all the hams.
Oh yeah, he makes
give
me
all
well,
the hams.
Papa still makes turkey on Christmas.
Old
So I get
Papaw's turkey
to go back in. I get my redemption. And he makes the ham, honey baked ham. Oh, glaze.
Mwah. It's a spicy meatball. Okay.
Abundanza.
Stand of the week, Scott. I think you already said yours. Was it Zach?
Besides Zach, he's definitely a stand of the week for me. But it's also that Texans play last night.
Yeah.
It's
Gonna go down as a touchdown catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like two. Yeah, it was like two. It was like 2 handoffs to the running backs and then a throw from DeAndre Hopkins.
It's what the Bears ran that one time for the 2-point conversion. Mine's Josh Butler for the Michigan State. His parents died while he was in college.
The dogs, man.
And so he walked out with senior night with his puppies. Remy and Roxy and Remy Bucks aplenty. So he brought those dogs to feast.
Was that really it?
Yeah. Beautiful dog.
Amazing.
He brought those dogs to feast on D'Antoni because he might get the axe.
Yeah.
But Michigan State won 1916 in overall slop fest.
Yeah. And my stand of the week, may I? If I may?
Sure. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you probably already know who it is. It's my boy.
Justin Tucker.
Justin the
For doing
Tucker.
his job. For doing his
job. Winning the game. Last second 49-yarder in the rain. I don't stand of the week. My homer teams. I rarely have a stand of the week at all. But I have to give him the shout out to make the Ravens the #1 team in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll text me when he's listening to this. Okay. Bad beat Monday. Any bad beats, Scotty, you want to get off your chest?
I don't have any.
Wait till tonight.
Right? Yeah. We got to get this
Justin Tucker, that press conference afterwards was so cringe I couldn't even take it.
I made it a point to never watch a Ravens presser.
What's that got to do with betting, Scotty?
Scotty, bad beat Monday.
I just needed to say that for Zach's pleasure.
And bad beat.
Zach also has a Justin Tucker jersey.
I'm wearing it right now.
Oh,
Jinx.
God.
Oh, God. We're just two good friends. Okay. Scotty.
5 feet apart because we're not gay.
Did you have a bad beat or no?
Yeah, I did. It was the Eagles-Dolphins -10.
Whoops.
It was all a snake draft.
Oh, I had Washington +17.
My live bets were good beats, or good wins, though.
Same.
Bet a lot of good live bets.
Bad beat for me was that I got instant karma for leaving the Bengals game early for the first time ever. I had a teaser. That would have paid pretty nice, and the only thing that missed was the Bengals Jets over 34.5. And I was
I had them over 37.
Yeah, I had them at the game. It was 10-3 second quarter, and I told my girlfriend the winds were awful there. It was so bad, and I severely underdressed. But it was 10-3. I said, if the score is any different at halftime, we'll leave, because I'd feel pretty confident about the over. And Joe Mixon touchdown, Jets go down, field goal before the half, 17-6 is at 23. I need 12 freaking points. I'm feeling good. I'm like, let's leave. 5 points the rest of the game. Nothing happens. That'll give Scotty. That'll make Scotty happy. Hates when I win. But yeah.
I love when you win, but you only show us your wins. You don't ever show us your losses.
He hates when you win and you don't let us tail.
Well, yeah, I feel like it won't win if it's tail.
It has no bearing on what's going to happen.
I think it does. I think gambling karma is real.
Yikes.
Okay, well...
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing that I was talking about last night, too, because, Shelby, I asked, what are you doing? Because, you don't share your losses. I'll go in the whole thing of how I lost. I just heard about that beat
I told you guys the last pod that I was like, you think Bengals Jets over 34? Right. And... So it's
but I didn't know that that was the last thing in your teaser.
I was like, I don't want to touch it.
I give you guys circumstance, but what I'm saying is, here's the thing with going off stats, because Shelby, you said that how we were talking about how so many things go into betting, how there's so many podcasts and so many stats that you can read and so many different elements that go into every game. But my problem with those stats and those things,
ours is the best, by the way.
Fact.
Yeah, no, for sure. But my problem was there's always something to combat it, and any trend that I see, my first thing is that's supposed to, trends are meant to be broken. And look at yesterday. A lot of people had the Chiefs Raiders game under 48.5, and literally the Raiders had a blocked extra point with seconds left to reach the over.
Right.
There's to me, it's just it's literally like playing the lottery, or it's not the lottery. It's literally playing slots.
It is.
It's like playing blackjack, because it's no one knows. There's nothing besides a raining game, and I didn't know the San Francisco Baltimore game was going to be rained out, or else I would have bet the under all day, that's my bad. That's an element that does, I think, apply, but I just, that's my problem with stats. There's always something to combat it, or the trend is always broken.
Right, like tonight you can have 6 different things that point you to Minnesota and 6 different things that point you to Seattle. And
exactly.
I don't know. Hopefully, if you had 48.5 for that under, like, that's a terrible line to get because we got it early at like 50-51.
Right.
So I'm glad we got that for Trump's Casino though, right?
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
Under 50. Okay, good.
Under 50, we hit by 1 point.
Good. Okay. Now it's time. Rip Zack's rankings. He's going to give us the top 5 MVP candidates right now in his mind. I have a feeling who's number 1.
Yeah. I mean,
start with 5 though.
Yeah, absolutely. 5's gonna be Christian McCaffrey.
C-Mac.
Yeah. I love him, but he's a running back, and he's not going to get any respect. Even though
so's your number 1.
Right. Not bad for a running back, though. Number 4, Deshaun Watson.
Ooh.
Number 3, Patrick Mahomes, simply because of the injury and them underperforming this year. I feel like if he hadn't had the injury and they came into the season full head of steam and were able to keep going, he'd be my number 1. But that's football. It's full of what ifs. Number 2, Russell Wilson. And then obviously number 1, it's got to be Lamar Jackson. Any person with a brain has to put him at number 1 at this point, currently, right now. I think if the Seahawks end up with a better overall record at the end of the year than the Ravens, it's got to go to Russell Wilson, especially depending on how things go tonight against the Vikings. He has an absolute crazy game. That could change things for me even too, because yesterday Lamar Jackson did not look like an MVP player. He looked good.
Tough game.
Yeah.
Scotty, any critiques with his top 5 list?
Not with the players, but the order, yeah.
What's your order? Because I think McCaffrey's should be higher than 5.
I think McCaffrey should be at 3, and I think actually just replace McCaffrey with Mahomes. McCaffrey and Watson are I would say neck and neck, because Watson's had such a good year.
Uh-huh.
But I just like McCaffrey more. I think that as a running back, they should be deserving more of these awards, and Christian McCaffrey has just been ridiculous. So, but Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson
it's just
have
the
led
position has
subpar
less of an impact than the quarterback.
I don't think Mahomes should be in the top 5.
You don't think so? Who do you think should be
in
there instead?
I think
Mahomes should be.
The injury sucks, and he should be if he didn't get injured, but you can't ignore the injury.
Right. So who would you have in there instead?
Michael Thomas.
Okay.
About to maybe set the single season record for receiving yards or
receptions. I like that too.
Because it's arbitrary, because it's either going to be Wilson or Lamar probably. So why not throw a wide receiver in the mix? It's like when they might throw Chase Young in the Heisman, they might take him to New York. It's he's not going to win.
Yeah.
But
you still got to recognize the achievement.
What if Kirk Cousins balls out tonight? Could he be in the top 5?
Screw Kirk Cousins.
Most touchdown passes since week 5. He's got similar stats to Russell Wilson. He's got the best QB. He's got the best passer rating.
But he's got a. Here's the thing, though. Here's the difference, and here's the reason why I actually am changing my mind. I think Russell Wilson should be over Lamar Jackson, and that's because by a very little margin, especially if they win tonight.
Their
if
defense
not, then
is
it's
worse
Lamar
than the
Jackson.
Ravens, so he has to compensate more.
It's exactly is Russell Wilson makes a bad team great around him.
I wouldn't
he
call
takes
them
scrubs.
Bad. Their defense is questionable.
Their defense has got better. But
it's not good.
Very good.
What he's doing with DK Metcalf
the receiving core is
Tyler Lockett, come on. But that's the same thing with Cousins, is that he's only had Diggs. Thielen's been hurt.
Yeah. And if you look at Lamar Jackson,
but he also has the best.
It's way worse.
If it's not Christian McCaffrey this year, it's Dalvin Cook is the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, Chris Carson's been good.
Yeah,
it's
been a solid backfield.
And with Baltimore, it's pick your poison. All of those running backs get. Mark Ingram has been unreal.
Yeah,
it's like when Lamar Jackson that's the thing. He could only throw 18 times a game and they win.
Yeah,
that's what makes me lean Harbaugh over Tomlin, because it's the schemes
he figured out a way.
The schemes they dial up for Lamar Jackson, where he doesn't have to throw dots. Anywhere.
And you'd think that it's a play style that would be predictable and you'd be able to game plan against it. But nobody can. Not even the mastermind himself, Bill Belichick.
Wait till the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But Yeah, I
The
think
Patriots are going to be limping into the playoffs by the looks of it.
Hey, is
Tom
Big
Brady
Game
looked
Brady
like hot
done?
garbage.
let's
I don't want to judge him on one game.
let's be the first people to ever question this. Is Tom Brady done?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
last
never
night's a
bet-
game that Tom Brady usually comes back and wins or makes closer than it was.
He
And
almost
it's-
did.
So was the
They
Ravens
lost by
game.
6.
Yeah, I think it. Scotty, did you watch the end of that game? I think you did.
Yeah, but I
If,
mean,
like-
I'm talking about earlier. It just didn't. It just when I was
Right.
watching those drives at the end of the game, it just didn't really seem like Brady-esque to let it
Right.
get that far out of range.
But do
and
you think?
Same.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, even against the Cowboys, 3 years ago, Brady blows the Cowboys out in New England.
That game, no one could catch the ball. That game was slop. That's why I said I couldn't really take away anything from that game.
Well,
But
I just,
Scotty, I'll ask you.
That's what I'm saying. It's just to me.
I'll ask
I'll
ask you this.
Not very Brady-esque.
If New England recovers that onside kick or they get the ball back in any way, obviously except like a dire situation like 2 seconds left, do you think Brady wins the game? Goes down and wins
My
the game?
wallet is.
Your wallet says he does?
My wallet's scared that he does. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say.
that's
I
the
would.
thing.
I would say like I would lean. Yeah, Brady would go down and win the game.
I would
in
never.
that
I would never
scenario.
bet against Belichick in them, and that defense had a rough night
Yeah, I wouldn't
against.
either.
Because that's if you want to beat New England, you got to attack its linebackers with coverage and stuff. But even Hopkins had a pretty good night against Stephon Gilmore.
Mhm.
I don't.
He's going to have a good night against just about any back.
That's
in the league.
true. But I wouldn't
Hopkins
bet
is like the
against-
most underrated top receiver in my
Yeah,
eyes.
absolutely.
Like,
He's still
I don't
he's
think
still
he
number
gets
one in
enough
my eyes.
respect.
I still think he's better than Michael Thomas. And
That's
I'm an
like-
Ohio State guy, and I
that's
still
like-
think he's better.
Well, that's like Hopkins is kind of underrated at being the top receiver, but it's also like Derrick Henry's underrated for being one of the best running backs in the NFL. That's like his last
Yeah.
16 games,
I
full
mean-
schedule. He's run for like 1,700 yards.
I think
He's just
Mark
not a
Ingram
drill
is
threat.
still underrated.
Absolutely, he
Yeah.
just doesn't get the workload.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good discussion. I don't mind your list. I think Lamar, 5 touchdowns on Monday Night Football. What are you gonna do?
That was a good night for both of us.
Great night. Okay, now last segment, irrational headline reactions. We haven't done it in a while. That's why Zach's gonna start first.
We're gonna go right off the cuff, no prep, nothing.
Nothing. Just
Just look at it,
Just
and these are gonna be
throw your nuts on the table.
hilariously awful.
Throw your nuts on the table and just do it.
Right. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Zach, go.
Debrief. High stakes situations down the stretch. Let's try to stretch out to the segment a little bit longer so I can come up with a better headline.
Okay.
Special teams finalists revealed. Special teams finalists revealed for all-time team. Better put Lamar Jackson on that list. Patriots wave kicker. Does that say Kai?
Yes.
Kai Forbath after one game. He screwed me in a week of fantasy, so good. Fuck him. Jags tab Gardner Minshew to start versus Chargers. Let's turn this thing around. Brady after past loss. We're not 2-10. We're 10-2. No shit. Roundup. Pouncey off suspension. Cards cut. CB. Chalupa Batman? That was gonna get that one except for
I
you.
got
That
that.
one was for you.
Thank you.
Shine. The good, the bad, and the ugly of week 13. Shine, you are the bad and the ugly. Pat's wide receiver on
Damn it.
pass issues just on different pages and also in different books. Dolphins extend DB Eric Rowe through 22 season. They've unlocked the key to success. They found it. Dolphins winning out this season.
Okay.
That was awful.
That was awful. All right. Scotty, you ready?
They're
Okay,
not
guys.
good headlines.
Hey,
not.
I'll be right. I'll
Yeah.
be right back. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'll
no.
do mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Count me in.
No,
Three.
don't do yours because I want to
Yep.
laugh and listen.
Nope.
All right.
You're not going to laugh. These are bad headlines. 3, 2, 1.
No,
go.
what the fuck?
All right. Well, I'll wait for Scotty to come back.
Oh, my God. We're trying to go bet
Trying to
and
go back.
eat. We're trying to go eat.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay. Who's your kicker?
Dan Bailey.
Oh, okay. Who's he playing?
Because Vikings. Because remember, I wanted Myers.
The Vikings kickers. Oh, that's right.
I wanted Myers. If this fucks me, I'll never play fantasy again. I've never missed.
What if he has like Myers have 15 points tonight, and Dan Bailey has like -3, 3 missed
Yeah, man. I
field
mean,
goals.
it could happen. Zach, when's the last time you made the playoffs in our league? It's a little sus.
The year I had Brady and
So
Manning.
I was freaking out because I saw Peyton was chewing on like a pen, and like the tip was off.
He just
so
wanted time to prepare for these headlines.
Tip of his pen.
Did she?
No, I found the tip.
All right, go ahead, Scotty. You got you in?
Is it my turn?
Yep.
All right, I have different headlines because I pulled mine up from a while ago.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Jags tab Gardner Minshew to start versus Chargers. I'd imagine that tab bill is pretty large. Brady after Pat's loss. We're not 2-10. We're 10-2. Shout out Michigan for teaching them some math. Roundup. Pouncey off suspension. Cards cut QB or CB. Feels like they should have split that up into 2 more headlines. Shine the good, the bad, and the ugly of Week 13. Zack, you stole mine, but Shine still is good. Is still bad and ugly, not good. Dolphins extend DB Eric Rowe through 2022 season. It must be all those wins he helped them get. Kitchens, I'm not concerned about my job security. Hashtag Pittsburgh started it.
He should be concerned about his time spent in the kitchen.
Peterson, it's a long shot for Eagles to make the playoffs. Remember like 3 weeks ago when Peterson said like, we're going to go into the Cowboys and beat them and be first place in the division. And then now he's like, it's a long shot for his team to make the playoffs.
Some coaches still.
That's a self-hot seat. Cowboys to stick with K. Brett Maher after a workout. Why would they just K him like that? Pat's wide receiver on pass issues. Pat's on pass issues. Nice. Just on different pages. Zach, I liked yours in different books. That was good.
Is that it?
Yeah, Scotty.
That's
Scotty. Half of his are just commenting on the headlines.
The good, bad, the ugly. You had a good one there.
Good job.
That was there's literally 2, and you guys are like,
like
half of them.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Count me in.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, attack.
Debrief. High stakes situation down the stretch. Josh Gordon's ears perk up. Special teams finalists revealed for all-time team. Oh my God, I can't go out anymore. I got to read this. Patriots wave kicker Kai Forbath after 1 game. He didn't wave back. Jags tab Gardner Minshew to start versus Chargers. Mustache lives. Brady after Pat's loss. We're not 2-10. We're 10-2. We're not fucking going 7-9. Roundup. Pouncey off suspension. Cards cut CB. Carlos Boozer in the NFL. Love it. Shine. The good, bad, and the ugly of Week 13. I'm not going to read it. Pat's wide receiver on past issues, just on different pages. N'Keal Harry on Goblet of Fire and Edelman on Sorcerer's Stone. Dolphins extend DB Eric Rowe through 22 season. Hashtag tank canceled. And that's our show.
Hey, we hate you, Shine. F you, Shine.
Yeah.
Shine, hot seat forever. Doghouse forever.
We need to start adding him.